Welcome back. All right, we're going to be talking. I'm so excited to introduce this subject. We're going to be talking about Devil's Gate Dam in Pasadena, California. All right, so we're going to get started and let's talk about the dam. All right, so it's located in Pasadena, the Arroyo Seco, bordering La Cañada. And also the history, if you go way back when the settlers were coming in, the Native Americans were living in the area at the time. And where the dam was, where the water would flow, they would stay away from that area, believing that it was, there was some kind of unnatural power there. They also said they would hear laughing, a spirit. And so they thought that it was one of their spiritual gods, the coyote spirit. They would hear laughing from the noises that the water would flow down the dam would make, right? Well, as settlers started coming in, they noticed a strange rock formation. So these were early settlers, and if you ever look at pictures of the dam, Devil's Gate Dam, it has a devil's profile, like a side profile, and so that pretty much got the name of the Devil's Dam or the Devil's Gate Dam. And the dam they constructed because of the water that would flow. So they would so there'd be no flooding, like mass flooding in the area. So that dam holds a lot of power. And if it were ever to break, which knock on wood, you know what I'm saying, like be a lot of damage in the area. But moving on, the Native Americans thought this was a portal to the afterlife. They really revered it. They respected its power. They felt something, and therefore they stayed away from there. When the settlers came in, they didn't do that. They were trying to like set up shop, make money, do whatever. They just thought it was a bunch of hocus pocus, right? So time goes on. People settle by Devil's Gate, and they start noticing strange things happening too. But I want to say, as time goes on, in 1914, Jack Parsons was born, and his real name is John Whiteside Parson. He was born in LA, and he grew up in Pasadena, Arroyo Seco area. He studied at Pasadena City College. He was a rocket engineer, a chemist, an occultist, and also he studied at Stanford, and he invented the first rocket engine. So he would go down to the gate with a group of friends that he met called the Suicide Squad to practice science and rocketeering. And so NASA took a hold of his work, right? So they gave him a job. So he's one of the reasons why we can go to the moon today. And also, I want to say he just was ahead of his time. When guys his age were thinking about family, education, friends, he was thinking about going to the moon. He was thinking about science fiction and pushing the limits. And I think this is what led him to the occult. And he was very interested. It was like another form of science. It was like a passion for him, just like science, was. So he also met a group of friends who was into the same things that he was in Pasadena, California. And so he got further into magic studies. And I'm just going to summarize things for you. If you guys want to look him up, you're more than welcome to know more about him. So he would go down to the dam area to do his rituals with other people, or to do science and rockets. It was like his place, right? To conjure up things. So time goes on, and out of nowhere, I want to say that Jack got fired from NASA. They found out about his occult studies. And back in the day, back in the 40s, 1930s, this stuff was really taboo. They didn't understand it, and it was unethical, and it wasn't Christian, So he kind of put aside, I want to say, his rocket science for a while to study more about the occult. And then the people that he met new friends into like this occult society right in Pasadena. And then one of his friends from that circle ended up running off with his wife. And also his wife and his friend took his money. This pushed Jack into like a deep depression, and also working more with magic. And he's really famous for the Babylon workings, conjuring up the mother to the Antichrist or something like that. I don't know, it gets pretty dark, but so I don't have too much on that, but if you want to research it, you're more than welcome to. So I think he was trying to find some peace, and he was still being his amazing self when, when all this stuff got taken from him. And also there was a lack of funding too before that from the Great Depression, so he was just doing things that he loved, and also trying to find a way, I think, out of his darkness, by losing, I want to say, the love of his life to his best friend. I'm like, dude, this guy totally stabbed him in the back. And they took his money. So, that can throw anybody into depression, or like to do things that are not really, to push them into the dark, right? Betrayal, like, just hurts beyond belief. So, as soon after that, he was working a lot. And then also he died soon after that, from a freak explosion. He was working on some science or some kind of explosive material. And so he died mysteriously, and a lot of people ruled it as a suicide, or, a lot of people thought, that he killed himself, but a lot of people also think that somebody killed him, like, it was murder, or like a setup. And so we don't have too many answers, but, hopefully one day, the truth will come to the surface, but it was ruled as an accident. All right. So from the Native Americans, back in the day, saying, hey, this place has power, to Jack Parsons doing his experiments down there where the dam was. And then also in 1950, sadly, a lot of children go missing at the dam, or people were going missing. This also was like adults, but mainly kids during that time. And then they found out it was like a serial killer, or somebody who was just lost their minds, who confessed to 2 crimes, but the rest have not been solved. This still remains a mystery till this day. And then soon after, a lot of the visitors claim to see apparitions, orbs, spirits by the dam. They also claim to see the spirits of the children. Also, they said that they hear voices coming from the gate. Just different experiences, and still things to that nature. So just kind of wrapping up everything, what do you guys think? Do you think there was like some kind of mysterious power before the scientist or Jack Parson put his imprint on this area that caused like, kind of like a domino effect? Or do you really think that, it's a coincidence? There's nothing, mysterious or supernatural about this place. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. And if you want to do more research on it, just look up Devil's Gate Dam, Pasadena, Arroyo Seco, and it's all going to be there for you. But until next time, I love you guys, and like and subscribe. All right, love ya. I'll see you guys later. Bye.